dangerous escalation on NATO's eastern front to tell you about. Poland says it has shot down Russian drones inside its own airspace. They're calling this an act of aggression by Russia. This is actually the first time Russian drones have been taken down over NATO territory. There's the field where one of those drones was shot down. NATO warplanes scrambled in response to help Poland, and the airspace was closed temporarily over Warsaw. Flights at the main airport there disrupted. Now, Ukraine is saying more than 400 drones were launched overnight, at least 19 of them entering Poland. And President Zelensky is calling this deliberate targeting, warning Moscow is now pushing this war beyond Ukraine's borders. Here in this country, Senator Dick Durbin is calling the incursions a fair warning that Russian President Putin is testing NATO's resolve. No word yet from the Kremlin, but even if this was an accidental incursion, experts are warning one wrong move could spiral into direct conflict between Russia and NATO. And we are still awaiting any response, any word from the White House and the Trump administration to this. There have been other incidents of incursions, but not to this scale. So this is very significant overnight.
This is all part of Vladimir Putin trying to test the West. The idea is that NATO is supposed to act together to protect any member during a time of attack. And he's trying to see if under the Trump administration, will NATO rally to NATO allies such as Poland? And remember, Poland and Ukraine see themselves as the line of defense of defending democracy. One of Ukraine's hopes under Volodymyr Zelensky is that they join NATO ultimately to have that type of protection. If they feel they're not, is it potentially in question?
Which we know Putin does not want Ukraine entering NATO. But Europe is rallying to Ukraine's defense this morning overnight. And we also know that President Trump is growing frustrated because you'll recall, in Alaska, he was trying to get two parties to the table.
Sure.
And then a trilateral meeting to try to bring peace, to try to end this war. And it seems that Putin is simply escalating things. And you'll remember just a few days ago, drones actually hit a government building in Kyiv. So it doesn't seem that Putin is backing off by any means.
That's
so we're
right.
going to keep an eye on that.
Really testing the president here in many, many ways, and his reputation as an international person of power who is supposed to be able to end wars. But a lot of the people that he has affiliated himself with are really sort of doing things that test him and test his resolve. So we're waiting to hear.
We remember during the campaign, he promised to end the war on day one. Obviously, that has not happened.